Hi, Sirisha.
Hi Shweta, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon. Are you ready for the interview?
Yes, Shweta.
Which topic is today?
And I plan 6 to 10 lessons I'm going to explain
Okay.
today.
Please share me your screen and walk me through the presentation.
Okay, Shweta, let me share the screen.
Yeah, I can see your screen, Shirisha. Go ahead, carry on.
Okay, Shweta. Today, good afternoon, Shweta. Today I'm going to explain you about Anaplan 6 to 10 lessons from Anaplan community.
Okay.
So, what are the topics I'm going to clarify today? They are module settings and in which way we are going to create a module and what are the settings involved in the module, and also what is the importing methods for the modules and what are the different type of modules, and also in which functions we are going to use in these modules, like sum function and lookup function. We have so many functions in the modules, but today I'm going to explain about the sum function and lookup function, and also I'm going to explain about functional areas. What are the functional areas and how they are useful for the modules. So these are the topics I'm going to explain today. Now let me go to the next slide. These are the general queries for this today's topic. So what are the topics are, what is module and how to create a module, and also I'm going to explain what are the options involved in the module settings, and also what are the two types of views of the module. So in the module view we'll be having two types of modules, and also I'm going to explain those two type of modules and how to import the data into the modules. I'm also explaining that topic, and using some function and lookup function I'm going to clarify the formula usage in the module, and also what are the functional areas and how they are useful for the modules. Now the next presentation. This is the steps to create a module. So there are we have we are will be having 8 steps to create the module. First one is we have to select the module from the workspace, and also for the when we select the module it will display the tab, like we have to give the name and we have to present the dimensions for the module, and we have to give the time dimension to structurize the data, and we have to give the line items. So insert module for the second step, we have to give the name for the module, and for the third step we have to give the module name and everything. For the fourth step, we have to structurize the data with the time dimension and what we have referred and what we have created in the list formats, and also we have to structurize the data with the time dimension, and we have to enter the line items. The seventh step, we have to check the view is as desired, and also we have to click the date, click like OK. Now let me show you from the workspace how to create a module. So here we'll be having a model which is having the generalist. I have already clarified in the previous topic, like what are the lists are there in the data and how to create the list for the data and how to access those lists to the modules. Now for today's topic I'm going to give how to create a module and how to refer the data from the list. So for the first step we have to click from the content pane like module, and then we'll be having the option like insert module. So we have to click it, and then we have to give the name for the module. Like today I'm giving the name for the module like system module. So after giving the name like system module, it is by defaultly it is having the time dimension with the module, and also we'll be having we have to enter the line items. What are the line items we have to give, like that I'm going to explain. So for this I'm giving the line items like here actually I'm creating a system module for the data. So first of all we have to select first day of month, and then last day of last day of month, and then current period and excuse me, sister. Current period, then current period start. So after current period start, I'm giving the line item like actual period. After that, forecast period, forecast period, forecast months only. Forecast months only. So these are the line items I'm giving to the module. First day of, let me clarify this. First day of. So these are the line items I'm giving for this module. Let me give OK. See how the module has been created. First of all, I have given the name for the module like system module. This is the module name, and I have mentioned the time dimension also, like January, February and everything. And these are the line items for the module. So let me tell you from which this module I'm going to explain. So in the module, we'll be having two types of views of module. As earlier I have mentioned, what are the two types are there in the for the modules. Like for this, we have two types of view of modules. That is module grid view and module blueprint view. So what is module grid view? The grid view is default view for the module. Grid view initially displays the data in the layout created on the new module screen, but the layout can be changed later. And the time dimensions, list, line items included in the module are shown in the page selectors. These are the page selectors, and the column wise. These are the column wise, and these are the rows wise. So and also this is the grid view, about the grid view, and these are the columns. These are the row wise. These are the page selectors. This is called from the grid view. Actually, what we have calculated and what we have given the calculations for the data, that results displays in the grid view. And what is module blueprint view? Module blueprint view is the blueprint view of a module gives a model builders behind the scenes of the module. This is the in the module blueprint view, we'll be having rows for the line items, and we have selected like these are the line items. From this, we'll be having formula bar and format of the line items, and these are the applies to column, which is mainly refers from which list we are going to refer in this module. And time ranges, time scale will be, everything will be included in the module blueprint view. So from here all the modifications will be done from the module blueprint view. Let me show you from Workspace how to create this module blueprint view. So this is the what I'm showing is this is the module grid view. Now I'm going to show you module blueprint view. By clicking this toggle button, this is blueprint view, and toggle from grid view to blueprint view. So this is the blueprint view for the module. Here only the whole modifications and which pages we are going to refer and what are the formulas we are going to given for the from this module blueprint view only we are going to edit the data. So this is the formula bar. By selecting formula bar, we can give the formula for the module. this is summary methods and applies to. Here applies to is from which list we are going to refer the data, and time scale means time range versions are there. This time scale gives you the options like uh, day wise, month wise, year wise. In which way we, if we want to day wise data, we can by giving data, it will displays the data by day wise. And if we want to if we want to show the data in the month wise, it will shows the by month wise. And also if we want to present the data in the year wise, it will shows the data by year wise. This time ranges, actually these time ranges are belongs to from the model calendars, from which from the model calendar, from which range we have given from the data. That data only is presenting in the module grid view. And also versions. If we added any versions to the data, that will displays by the versions. So these are the different options included in the module grid view. So let me explain about, let me go through the PPT once again. So these are the module blueprint view and module grid view. Now, in the as I have shown in the uh, from the workspace, we'll be having line item formats. So at present, it is by defaultly for every line item, it will present the data by the number view only. Now, let me show you what are the options included in the types of the formats. So by clicking the three buttons in the format line item, then it will gives the tab like this. By drop down from the type, we'll be having three types. These are the types of formats. First one is number format. It will displays the data in the number format. Boolean format, whether the condition is correct or not, and by like true or false. By the giving Boolean format, it will displays the data. And date format. In if we want to present the data in the date wise, it will present the date wise. And the time period. If we want to present the data by giving the from the model calendar, if we select the from time period, it will displays the from within the time period duration only. And by giving the list format, actually we have created so many lists. From the list, if we let me show you, if we select the list, and also it will displays the what are the lists have been created previously. From that list also we can refer the data from here. Okay, so these are the options are included in the line format of module. Now, let me explain about line format means formula bar. So these are about the line item formats. The next topic is formula bar. By using formula editing will be the line item formula editing field is used to enter the formula. Means if for the line item, particularly for the line item, we are going to define the data, or we are going to identify the data, which data we are going to present in the grid view. So the line item formula editing bar use it to enter the formulas to or reference for the data to be displayed by the line item. And the formula editing bar can be accessed by selecting line items and double clicking the by double clicking the line item. Also we can give the formula, and the formula editing bar can be accessed from the grid view, and also we can access it from the blueprint view also. And we can expand the formula bar editing bar by clicking chevrons. Here we'll be having the chevrons from the workspace. I can explain you. And we can by the sidewise we can enter the formula. And also, and always be sure that formula line items before entering the reference formulas, we have to be very careful by entering the formula. It will takes if it is not taking the formula, means the dimensions may not be correct, and some formats may not be correct. If it is not the other reason also, if it is not select the format of the line item, if it is not matching to the format line item and the formula bar, it will not going to accept the formula. So let me explain how to give the formulas for the line items. Now, for the system module, now I have created these line items. So for the first day of month, I'm going to give the formula for the first day of month. For the first day of month, I just want to display the first day of month. For that, I have to give starting day of month. We can actually, this module should be included with the time calendar. So it is already included with the time calendar. So whatever we have given the range from the model calendar, it will shows the data from that day only. So for the first day of month, for that formula is start. Now it is shown that you didn't change the format of the line item. So for that, I am giving the format for every line item. So for the number format, sorry, first of all, we have to close this line formula. And then by clicking the format of the line item. So for the first day of month, it should be in the format of date form. So while we are going for the date format, so it should be in the date format. And then last day of month. So for this last day of month, this should be in Boolean format. Why? Because whether it is existing or not, it will shows the data. No. In the date format only. Okay. Next, current period. It is checking whether we are giving the data from the included model calendar or not. So for that, we have to give Boolean format. Now, current period start. So, which is also, it should be in the date format. So the current period start date only it will displace. And then actual period. This is also in the Boolean format. Okay. Forecast period. This is also in the Boolean format. And then after forecast months only. Whether the data is forecast months only are presented or not, it will shows the data. So that is also in the Boolean format. So now if we give the formula for this line item, it will accept. Let us check the formula. For that, I'm giving the formula like start. Then see, it is taking the formulas. For the last day of month, we have to give like end. Yes. Now, for the current period. For the current period, we want to show that to identify the current period in the model time settings. So for that, we are giving current period start, current period start is equal to start. So current period start. For the next, for the current period, for the current period start, we have to give the formula like current period start. So it will displace the first current period of the date. And then the actual period. For this actual period, we have to identify all periods before the current period. So for that, we are giving the formula like start is less than current period. Current period. Current period. We have to start. So for the next forecast period. For the forecast period, we are giving the formula to identify all periods after including current period. So for that, we have to give start greater than or equal to current period. Current period start. And now forecast months only. For the forecast months only, we have to show only the months for the forecast periods. So for that, we have to give the formula like start, start braces greater than or equal to current period. See, this is the work we have all done behind the module grid view. So let's check how the data has been provided from the grid view. See, so for the first day of month, it has shown the starting day of months for every year, for every month, and also last day of month, 31st, 1st, 2009. Now from every month, it has shown the data of the last day of month, and also current period start from this all the data has been displayed. So in this way, we are going to edit the formula, and also we have to format the line item. By these all the settings, we are going to edit the module. So let me explain what are the modules are included in the. So from the system modules, we'll be having by time settings. So here we have mentioned forecast years and years only. By the years only, we have given the modules. And also we have the system modules like by region wise, we have the data, and we have structurized the data with the time dimension by region. Why? Because here the list items are will be having G1 country, G1 region, G2 country, and G3 locations. These are the lists we have from the source data, and from the source, from these all the source data, we are getting into the modules. So by these modules, we have created by region module, by country module, by the location module, and we have the product list like product family and products. Let me show you what are the products are there in the list. So these are all the products we have presented in the list. So for those only, we have created these region, country details, and product family, product details, and department details, employee details, and version details. So these are from all of these lists, we have created the system modules like time with the country, region, location, and with the product family and the product details. Now, what this is about formula editing, and then after formula editing, I have explained you about system modules are often used. They are like time settings, hierarchical details and attributes, and what are the mapping dimensions in two list modules, and how to apply the filters. For the next topics, I'm going to explain about filters and user list. I have shown you, and clearing or deleting from the modules, and also we can delete the module, and also we can create the route. From here only we can delete the modules, we can choose. Next. So here we'll be having the time functions for every data. That means we'll be having two types of time functions. They are non-time series and time series. For the non-time series means what we have not mentioned in the time model calendar, from that also we can create the before times or forecast times, we can present the data. So from the non-time series would be, it can we can use the functions. By using these functions, we can display the data like add months, date, days. In that non-time series functions, it will be having add months. So if we want to add furtherly beyond the time calendar, if we want to add the months, by giving add months function, we can add the data. And if we want to add the dates beyond the top model calendar, we can give the function date and we can give the data. And days wise also we can give. From the ending time also we can give. Into which period we want to displace the data, we can give the present the data, and months to date, start, year value, and more. These are the non-time series functions and time series functions. In this time series function displays only from the model calendar, like previous month, for the next month, for the post month. By using lead function and lag function, we can display the data before years or past years and spread the data. If we want to spread the data from current period to the next period of before months only, we can spread the data and more. Like these are, we'll be having two time series of the functions. So, so I have already explained you about how to give the system module and how to create a line items for the modules. Like that I have explained. So from the all system modules, I'm now only I have explained whatever the data we have been pulled from the system modules, from source data like a system module, time dimension module, products family, and employees family, all have been created from the workspace. So created all system modules, added form, and we have formatted line items, and we also add the formulas for the line items. By changing the format of the module line item, I have given the formulas for every modules. And now, after giving the formulas for the module, there is another method to import the data from the sources. So like we have four types of importing methods. They are manual and Anaplan Connect, ETL connectors, and REST API connectors. By manually, we can import the data to the modules. We can enter the data to the modules. Anaplan Connect. By using the client tool and import methods, we can export the files also, and also we can import the files also. By ETL connectors, these are the some tools or connectors are known as are used in the Anaplan connectors. And REST API also, these are the some connectors which we are using from the Anaplan. So these are the four methods for importing data. And now let me explain you about how to import the data from the other sources. So for that, firstly, we have to review the data file to identify what information will be imported and formatted of the data. And then we have to open the module grid view, and then we'll be having the option like import the data. And then we have to select the data. We have to select the file which is in the format of .csv, .txt. Like that files we have to import from the data from the source, and we have to map the source to target. It should be with the same we should be mapping should be very careful, and we have to identify which line item is going to map to the source data. And then we have to confirm the data formatting especially, and then run the import process. And after giving everything has been done, we have to run the process. And then we have to finalize that. After creating everything mapping under the source data, we have to identify no errors should be occur. So let me show you how to create from the workspace and how to now for this, let me insert another module to show how to import the data from the source. So for that, I'm creating another module, product information. For this, I'm referring the list P2 products. So for this, I'm not taking any time dimension. For this product information, I just want to show the code of the each product and product family. I want to show the from which product family the data has been shown. So product family, and then after product family, I just want to show the size of the product, each size of the each product. So like this, I'm just giving the line items. So see, so from here, now I just want to know, I just want to show you the data by giving the pivot option. So after giving every format and giving every the data has been pulled out, then I'll going to change the data view by using pivot option. So first of all, so for this code, we have to give the format like text. Why? Because by the text, it will present the code of the product. And then for the product family, we have to give from them. They actually will be having the list like product family from the list. So for that, we have to select list, and then we have to select from P2 products. So in the P2 products only, we'll be having the products, and then we have to give the size. So from the list only, we'll be having the size. Yes. So this is the way we have to change the format of line items. And now let me pull the data by giving some formulas to the each and every line item. Firstly, in this module, I'm getting the data by giving the formula wise, and also by importing the file also I'm showing you in which two ways we can pull the data from the other sources. So for this, for the code, I'm just writing the formula like by using code function, code of item of item of P2 products. So in this, we have to give single colon products. Have to close the brace, and it will automate. Just a minute. P2 products means P2 products. So it has taken the formula, and also like product family by using parent of item of single colon P2 products. So we have given the formula like by using parent function, I just want to and pull the data from the lists. The formula product information product family is invalid. Parent. So just a minute. Parent of item of P2 products. Yes. Parent of item of P2 products. So here I have given the double quotations. So that is not the correct syntax of the line item. So we have to give single line item, single quotation, because this is a list. By giving the single quotation, it will take the formula. Let me check. Parent of item of P2 products. P2 products. So this is the way we are giving the formula. Let me see. Parent of item of P2 products. Product information product family has list P2 products by the formula resolved in the list one P2. Okay. So from this, now in this same module, now I'm going to show you the data by importing the data. Let me see. So for this, I'm going to import the data. By selecting the products. Here we'll be having product name like in the from P2 products we'll be having Nacho bar, raisin bar and cookie crumbs like that. We'll be having product name. So for this P2 products we have to give the name like product name, and also the product information line item is having code, product family, size. These are all comes under the column headers. So we have to check whether these are all mapped or not. See, here all the items have been mapped, and product information also by the size only, size has been mapped. So we have to check now. See, 53 items have been updated. So the successfully the import option has been created. Now let me show you the data in the changing the view of the items. So in this module from the page selectors, I'm going to take the page selectors to the columns, and I just want to show you the data from the page selectors. See how the data has been changed. So from the page selectors, it has come to the column wise. So after is like this way we can change our data. If we want to save this data by defaultly, we have to select save, and we have to give the name as save as default view. So by automatically whenever we want to open this module, by this view only it will present the data. So this is the way we have to import the data into the module. And next, now only I have explained you about how to import the data and which way we have to concentrate on the topics like importing data. First of all, whenever we are referring the source data from .csv file, we have to very care about while mapping. So in which column we are having the details, for that line items we should map with the target. So by using these careful points, we have to be very careful while importing the data. So this is a source to target mapping. And also in the module settings, we'll be having two options like, let me show you from the workspace. So this is the data. See, these are the two options, copy down and copy across. If we want copy down for the every line item, it will automatically, if we given the nutso bar here, so by selecting this nutso bar, if we select the copy across, it will automatically see nutso bar has come to the all the line items from the all products. So by copy across, by column wise it has been provided, and also in the same way by copy along the row ways, it will also present the data by copy methods. So this is the two options in copy across, copy along, copy down and copy across. And also I'm explaining about the summary method. Line item summary method options can be updated in the blueprint view of the module. Summary methods have many different periods for how they will calculate across the hierarchy and time and time across the both. So let me explain how the summary method will change the data. So here after formula bar, here we'll be having the summary tab. So here from the summary tab we'll be having the, it will opens the tab like this. From the summary we'll be having the different items. Actually for this module, in which way it can shows the data, like that only it is presenting. But from the summary methods we'll be having like none, some, any, average, ratio, and minimum and maximum, opening balance and closing balance, all and formula. By some function, the normal addition over time and other hierarchical will be presented. And also by using average summary method, the average summary method will give the hierarchical aggregation with the average method. And also by the ratio, it by the ratio it will present the data by the ratio comparison of two specified line items by using the ratio. And also the minimum means the smallest value of the total it will shows, and for the maximum summary method it will shows the maximum value of the total. So these are all the different summary methods are presented in the this summary method. So, and also while we are creating the modules and everything, we have to be very careful of hard coding. Maximum we have to avoid hard coding to make the model more adaptable and able to change with the course of the time. So now let me explain you about by using formulas, we are using some functions and a lookup function. About some functions, the main syntax of the sum function is x open square brace. Which function we are using here? It is sum function mediated by colon after y. This and closing brace. This x is nothing but source data and sum function, and y is nothing but to which target module we are going to present the data. So by this common, and also we have to be very careful about uh, the source data and the target data should be having the same dimensions, and also it should be having the same mappings and the source, and it should be the date of the presentation of the data should be very similar. And also result module also having the same dimensions and the pages wise and column wise or row wise. If at all if we want to use a sum function, the source data and the target data must be in the same dimension. And also the lookup function, this is also the syntax of the lookup function is also same. And in the word of sum, we are just presenting the lookup function. So here for the lookup function, we are just the lookup function is mainly used for mapping must mainly used for to hold the data from the source data to target data. So whatever the data we want to show from the source to the target module, we are using the lookup formula. So let me show you from the workspace how to use that lookup and sum. So for the sum function, I just want to show you from the rep02 module. So this is the information of the rep02 module. See, here I have used a sum function to pull the data from the source target rev03. From this rev03 module, and for the line item, this is the line item, and I have used some function. And from where we have the products from 606, we'll be having the product details by size. So by using this sum function, I have pulled the data from the source to the target module. And also the second line item I'll explain. And also I want to just pull the data of cost of sales of the module. So for that, I have referred the module Rev03 margin calculation of the line item cost of sales, and I have used the sum function. And also we have the details about the products in the C06 product details. So like this, we are just pulling the data from the so see we have got the values of revenue and we have got the values of cost of sales. So by using some function, we can pull the data from the source to the required module. And now let me explain about the lookup function. For that lookup function, i'm just uh, I'm just using rep05, I think. Yes. For this, Rep05 will be having the look. We have been used the lookup functions to can hold the data from the source to the target module. So here will be I'm presenting the modules like Rev04 price growth rates. Actually, I just want to present the data by unit price. By each and every product, by each and every unit of the products, I just want to display the data by the unit price. So for that, I'm just referring the Rev04 price growth rates for each and unit price. I'm just using the function like lookup, and also it which is having from the location details and also and the product details. By location wise we are pulling the data, and also product wise we are pulling the data. So for the unit price we are segregating the line items with the product wise and the location wise also. See how the data has been come. So here the values have we have done with the values. So this is how we are just using the sum function and lookup function. And now, so what are the functional areas and how to create the functional areas for the module? So functional areas are the great tool for the organization in the Anaplan platform. And functional areas are categorized used to group together modules and class dashboards that are embedded in the model. So there are two ways to display the module wise and the dashboard wise. They are model organization and organized dashboards. And let me show you how to do it from the workspace. So here, these are all the modules, and also we have to select the modules. And from the modules, we'll be having modules, functional areas, and line items. By clicking functional areas, there are I have created previously like time dimension functional area, expenses functional area, reporting functional area, administration functional area, and revenue and margin functional area. Now, let me show you how to insert the other functional area like edition, time time wise modules. So I have given the time wise modules functional area. So it has been added the functional area like time wise modules. Now let me show you how to segregate the modules into the time wise. So here will be having system time settings and systems by year values. So I just want to divide these system modules into the time wise modules. So by clicking the drop down, it will display the functional area. What are the functional areas are already present, but I just want to divide these system modules like time-wise modules. See, this system time settings has been changed to the time-wise module, and also by the year-wise, I just want to change into the time-wise. So this is how we have to divide the modules into, in which way we want to divide the modules, and then by giving the functional area names, and we can divide those into the functional areas. So this is how we have to give the functional areas for the modules. So finally, for today topics, I have concluded with the topics like module settings and how to do module settings in the module, and how to import the data from the modules into the modules, and what are the different types of modules we have in the modules, and how to use sum and lookup functions for the modules, and what are the functional areas we have created in the modules. So this is all about today's topic. Thank you, Shweta.
Thank you, Sirisha. You can leave the meeting now.
Thank you, ma'am.